Leatherface, a masked killer who terrorizes the fictional town of Woodsboro. The Ghostface persona is not tied to a single individual, but rather a mantle adopted by various characters throughout the series. Each Ghostface killer uses a distinctive black and white mask inspired by Edvard Munch's Painting the Scream and a voice changer to conceal their identity. Ghostface is human but has several skills of a deadly killer. Ghostface is skilled in spying and stealth, allowing him or her to hide in unexpected places. Also, he or she exhibits tremendous durability against physical harm and has high levels of physical strength, both of which have limits that exist within their human attributes. In a scene in Scream 2, he was able to kill both Officer Richards and Officers Andrews, who were two of Chief Hartley's best men. Ghostface seems to display a heightened sense of awareness. He or she is often able to know where his victims are located before a physical attack, where they are hiding, and or to be where they will attempt to escape. As seen in Scream 2, he was able to tell if, when, and where his victim would place his head against a bathroom stall dividing wall, enabling Ghostface to stab the target in the head from the next stall over. Ghostface is strong enough to lift up a person and to stun his victims with punches. He can endure several damages, like having a beer bottle thrown on his face and surviving some stab or bullet wounds, but only to an extent. Ghostface is very skillful in wielding his knife and has enough strength to puncture through doors with his knife. Ghostface kills his victims by stabbing them on vital points or slitting their throats. He is also fast enough to catch most of his victims. What are Ghostface's weapons? Buck 120 hunting knife, the iconic weapon of the Ghostface killer, usually used to stab victims, slit their throats, or gut them. Buck 119 hunting knife, the later version of the Buck 120 with a shorter blade. Blade is also used by Ghostface's modified Buck 120 hunting knife. Nancy Loomis, Mickey Altieri, Jill Roberts, and Charlie Walker use slightly alternate versions of the Buck 120, with Nancy and Mickey's Buck 120s having a wider blade, and Jill and Charlie's having not only a large... What are Ghostface's weaknesses? Ghostface's primary weakness is vulnerability and clumsiness. Despite his stealth abilities, he can be easily overpowered, knocked down, or outwitted by his victims due to a lack of inherent superhuman strength. Additionally, Ghostface often falls victim to his own theatrics and tendency to monologue, allowing for opportunities for survivors to escape or retaliate.
Who is Leatherface?
Leatherface is a character from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise who has appeared in several video games. He is a playable character in the 2023 asymmetrical multiplayer game The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, as well as in Mortal Kombat X as ADLC character. He also appears as the player character in the 1983 Atari 2600 game based on the original film. What are his abilities? Brute strength. Leatherface exhibits exceptional strength, allowing him to wield a heavy chainsaw and sledgehammer with ease, and overpower victims. According to Villain's Wiki, he can effortlessly lift and toss adults, inflicting significant damage. High durability and endurance. He demonstrates a remarkable capacity to withstand pain and injury, enduring attacks like being hit with wrenches, shot multiple times, and even sustaining chainsaw wounds without being incapacitated, according to the Villain's Wiki. Speed and mobility. Despite his imposing size, Leatherface is surprisingly agile and swift, capable of pursuing victims relentlessly and covering ground quickly, says Villain's Wiki. Chainsaw and sledgehammer. Proficiency. Having worked in a slaughterhouse, Leatherface is skilled in using both his signature chainsaw and a sledgehammer for gruesome attacks. The chainsaw is used for dismemberment and cutting through obstacles, while the sledgehammer is used for bludgeoning and stunning victims. What are his weaknesses? Leatherface is mentally impaired and acts like a child in the body of an adult.
Gives a fuck about movies.
The hell are you doing in my house? You ain't running things, boy. Except your mouth.
This is crazy.
dick, you don't even know it.
Winner Leatherface, there are circumstances in which Ghostface could defeat Leatherface, especially if Ghostface uses a gun, or maybe uses stealth. Leatherface is generally stronger, more durable, almost possessing superhuman feats, like in the 2022 timeline where he effortlessly broke a police officer's arm, and in another timeline he lifted a woman and tossed her several meters away. Leatherface also is 6'4" and weighs 300, so he has a huge height and weight advantage over Ghostface. On top of that, he literally has a chainsaw, which is better than a tiny knife and more deadly. So even though Ghostface is smarter and has better stealth and strategies, he or she wouldn't overcome the physical advantage Leatherface has. Leather has token gunshots to BTW. With given prep time, the odds would go in Ghostface's favor, but in encounter, no.